going on, guys? How's everybody doing today? Quinn coming at you live again. Middle of the Earth podcast. Zero attitude from Zero Latitude. We're going to continue with our Tronbet ANTE white paper update. The title of this video is going to be, Is ANTE better than Tron? I bet you I'm going to get a lot of hate on it, but hear me out. So, ANTE Tronbet ANTE is a coin on which Tronbet's dividend system is based. For those of you that are not familiar with it, this is going to be a little bit more in-depth video. So if you are new to the Tronbet platform game, go back and check out some of the other videos to better familiarize yourself with the system. Those that know it know that last night the white paper was released for the update. Updated white paper was released. Its biggest point of focus, I would say, is going to be Tronstation. What is Tronstation? Tronstation to me seems like an incubator model to launch other successful dApps from, cultivate other dApps, support other dApps, finance other dApps, and retain ownership of other dApps. I think you're going to see a lot of TRC20 token teams coming over and importing into the Tronstation platform, utilizing all the services that are going to be provided by the teams, all the back-end help, all the smart contract work, all that stuff is going to be covered by them. Front-end work on the marketing side, I'm sure there's going to be, situations in place that'll cultivate good revenue revenue incentive, at least for these teams to come over. From what I've seen in the white paper, it looks like 20% per week, 20% per dApp is going to be committed towards ANTE token holders. So ANTE is going to be the glue that really is going to be holding together all these new dApps that come onto the platform, because while, yes, they will be mined, go through the auditing team, approved, whatever, there's still going to be a 20% stake that gets paid out to the ANTE holders. 60% mined, the other 20% goes to the devs on their side. It's brilliant. I mean, the exchange will be launched. You're talking about an exchange that I'm sure will incorporate their ANTE burn system, which was just announced. Let me show you what it was announced as real fast. It was claimed. Actually, I can't see it right now. I'm going to go to Trey's group real fast just because he was nice enough to let me post in there, and there it goes. I got Ben from Tronbet's chat stated this. Every 2 weeks, we'll use 10% from our revenue and buy back ANTE from the DEX and then burn it. That is an astronomical amount. I mean, guys, you guys, 10% per week? No, every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, 10%. Every 2 weeks, right? Every 2 weeks, we use 10%. What is that? That's crazy. That could be something in the realm of hundreds of thousands of ANTE at a time, depending on what's going on with the revenue. That's awesome. You're talking about buying back large amounts. I'm sure market buying within their own exchange that they're creating. Now, that's what I want to get down to right now, guys. Is the base core of this video is ANTE better than Tron? How could you say that? Why would you say that? You're crazy. Yada yada yada. Bullshit. 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 Well, let me get to it. I used to work closely with, I was friendly with, I'll say that, the SR nodes early on the mainnet launch. Okay, back in April, May, June area, I helped promote one. I was friends with them. In all reality, it was a shit show because, that specific SR node collapsed within itself due to poor management and poor PR, we'll say that, and they had an insider that was just doing bad things. So long story short is I was able to realize what's really going on with this situation. My wife is calling from the baby stuff. Sorry. And you can see that not a lot of help was coming out of Beijing. Not a lot of help was coming out of China from the Tronfoundation, from Justin Sun's team. A lot of these guys were having to, go through all the coding and technical aspects on their own. I know Rovac was a very large instrumental part of helping all these SRs get to where they could function and maintain and run blocks and, work and actually be utilized. So that being said, we've seen the same problems crop up from the old SR issues that we're seeing with Tronbet having now, in the sense of the nodes aren't handling the speed, failing to accept transactions. BetScan wasn't available for TRC20 tracking. Incubator stage is where proper funding and DApp importation / management was occurring. It seems like ANTE and the Tronbet team specifically are kicking things up into high gear and taking steps that the Tronfoundation haven't done yet, or aren't doing as well, better said. They created BetScan. They've offered to run that scan program for all TRC20 tokens that and dApps that come into the Tronstation platform. They've created this like well-funded, oiled machine that's going to be able to launch new ideas and help the little guy. I mean, if you have a great idea but no funding and you're getting crushed out there, well, this is where you come. This is where we, create an ecosystem that's cohesive and profitable and allows for the little guy to come in and if they've got a great idea, get it up there, man. We'll get it funded. We'll get it mined. 20% goes to ANTE. 20% goes to you for your hard work. 60% goes to the mining community. Boom. It's open. It's transparent. You've been audited. We've approved it because it'll be the team that's, approved. So then the question comes into play is, what would ANTE's value really be? If we're burning at a rate of 10% every 2 weeks of the revenue, 10% is not of the number of ANTE, by the way. It would be the number of revenue that's come through the system, the platform. I don't know how to calculate that. Is that calculated off of only Tronbet's wagered revenue? Even still, that's super high. You're talking like hundreds of thousands of ANTE burned at a time. So you have a diminishing supply that's increasing in value because it's going to just increase in what it can produce for its shareholders. Based on the TRC20 dividend structure, we were going to get 20% off of each new dApp that comes in, as well as the TRX dividend structure. We get paid off for holding those TRC20 token dApps or tokens, or the divs that we get from the Tronbet website as it is. I mean, there's a ton of revenue streams that are getting ready to set themselves up, importing into the ANTE holders. Ad revenue that was talking about, the banners, the milli per seconds. You're going to have a diminishing supply running into increased mining difficulty as well as increased value for what it's getting ready to offer. I mean, then you get down to what's the math? I mean, the supply of ANTE, what is it going to be? I know it's 100 million, but not at this rate. I mean, no way. I don't know what the end supply will be. Can someone help me do the math? I'm just doing a on top, off the cuff, whatever review, but you run out a supply number that shows me ANTE can be worth 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 Tron. I might believe it. I mean, why not? It could happen because as long as they keep producing quality games that people come and play and incentivizing quality developers to come over onto their platform, maybe make some big ass partnerships. You never know. They could have some super big EA Sports type style sized partnerships in the works coming out the pipe. Guys, it's an exciting time to be an ANTE holder. Price right now, people are complaining about the divs on the website. Man, you guys are so short-sighted. Do not worry about what the dividend structure looks like today on a day-to-day basis. Think about where this model's going for the next 12 months. Just right here, what they've given you. I'm encouraged. Most platforms, I would have been nervous at getting around the 50% mining mark, but not with this one. I feel, honestly, I'm not going to give any financial advice at all. This is just entertainment purposes. I'm on here having fun, enjoying this time, but it's exciting, I'll say the least. So you guys have a great day and take care. Zero attitude from Zero Latitude.